Hi, I'm Cameron. I don't just read comics. I love them, and welcome back to another episode of Cameron Reads Comics. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about Doom by Sanford Greene and Jonathan Hickman. Okay, I just need to start off in saying that this book took the internet by storm, specifically because the first page is quoting lyrics from MF Doom, the rapper who wore a Doom mask, great rapper. The public eye came to this book, and then I think the story itself propelled it even more forward, so it just exploded, which low-key turned me off from reading it for a long time. And I love Dr. Doom, but I do think he's overhyped. That's my hot take. So when it came out in a Treasury Edition, I just needed to pick it up. I was like, let me go check this out, and I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad. I was pleasantly surprised, and I was totally wrong. So let me just take my licks. I was wrong. So for the story, this takes place at the end of time. You really don't need to know. I feel like you need to know some of the Fantastic Four characters, but specifically the story is kind of just about Valeria and Doom, which is it's Reed Richards' daughter, and Doom is her godfather. So at the end of time, Valeria Richards, goddaughter of Victor Von Doom, finds his body floating around space. He had gotten in a huge battle with Galactus, and Doom had lost. Valeria, though, goes to find his body. She finds him, and she tells him how basically after he lost, Galactus had destroyed the world, and all of the heroes that tried to stop him are gone. So the story explores, it's a single issue, so the story explores what happened to Earth, and then Doom and Valeria getting ready to fight Galactus again. Big emphasis on the idea that Doom is the only one who can do this. The story is really great. The narrative is really great in the story, but the real champion here is Sanford Greene. As I understand it, Sanford brought this story to Jonathan Hickman. Like, Jonathan Hickman does get co-credit, co-storyteller. Sanford Greene brought the story to Hickman. Hickman returned with a plot, but then that was it. Is Greene took it away, and I think that's the power, and I think that's the reason that this story sold so freaking well. Sanford Greene is telling the final Doom story, and it's his. This is his story. I think Hickman did a great job with the treatment, but this is Sanford Greene's story, and I think it's just another example of an artist breaking off to tell their own story and being some of the greatest comic book writers. So literally, Cliff Chiang in Catwoman, Lonely City. Great example of this. Sean Murphy doing this in Batman White Knight. And then I wrote down Frank Miller. Frank Miller is Frank Miller. So I think that it's a secret that when artists break off to do their own stories, they crush. This is another one of those. And Greene's art is so cool. This is too big for my stand. Sanford Greene is so freaking cool. He draws the entire Marvel universe. He draws crazy splash pages. His page layout is insane. He didn't have any help with that. He has a really great style, and I'm so glad to be proven wrong about this book. And so I want to see him get his flowers. Again, for the longest time, I didn't want to read this story because I thought it was overhyped. I thought it was overhyped because of the MF Doom thing, because of the Dr. Doom thing. I just don't think a reference should be a reason a story sells out. The quality also of this book stands above the rest, and I want to give major flowers to that. And that was my crux, but I want to give major shout out to Marvel for collecting this in a Treasury Edition, because that's the kind of thing that'll get my hands on it. Obviously, this kind of format really lends itself to pay attention to the art. And this one, in my opinion, is incredibly worth it because you have the entire back of it, of the inks and everything. So you have the issue twice. You have the inks in it, which is all Sanford Greene's original art. You have panel layouts. You have also one of my favorite things. I shared on my Instagram. Go check out Cameron Reads Comics Instagram. His Doom sketches. It shows Jonathan Hickman's treatment script, which is kind of what really told me. I was like, okay, this is why it's Sanford Greene's story, because Jonathan gave him a two-page write-up and it was good, but then you see what Sanford Greene did with that. One of my favorite things is when comic writers at cons sell their scripts, and then you read the script and then you read the issue hand in hand and see what actually gets translated or what they're trying to communicate is so fascinating to me. This story does that really, really well. And the Treasury Edition size, like the format that this one's printed on, lent itself so well to like understanding the larger scope of the story. And so like that really helped in my experience of reading it. But yeah, so I really like the story. I think it's a great one shot. I think everyone should go pick up this Treasury Edition to see process done really, really well. For my rating, I'm going to give this a 7.1 out of 10. I'm Cameron. I don't just read comics. I love them. See you guys next time.